We are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. I am Nina, and today we're going to be talking about music video trends in terms of dress code. Is that good in real life? Is that going to get you the kind of results that we are talking about over here? Is that going to serve you? Is it going to attract the right kind of attention to you? And where to get your inspiration from. Okay, so I'm going to jump straight into the topic, but before I do, I just want to let all you beautiful ladies know that the Rich Romance course bundle is live. It is on my page. The link is on my channel. So if you just go to my profile, you will find it. Click the link and purchase your course bundle. In there, you will find your level up guide, which is a step-by-step 6-week guide. Of course, you can binge watch it and do less than 6 weeks, but recommended 6 weeks. And there's also a 30-day Meet Rich Men challenge on there, and there's a bonus online dating course. Okay, so there's a lot of goodies available for you on that link. Make sure you follow it, the Rich Romance course bundle. And that's basically what my content is about: how to elevate your romance from basic home dates and McDonald's dates. I don't know if people are still doing that, to rich romance, okay, which means that you are calling in wealthy, affluent men and generous men, right? Because there's no point being with a rich man who's stingy. That's worse than being with somebody who doesn't have anything. And that's the Rich Romance course bundle. So make sure you check it out if you are looking to date better and if you're looking to take your image to the next level. Okay, it's a lot of practical steps. So if you are just about getting information, this may not be the course bundle for you. But if you are looking to actually implement what it is that you learn so that you can get better results in your dating life, then this is definitely the package for you. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Music videos. Okay, so music videos, ladies, these music videos are for entertainment. Okay, if you look at how artists dress on their music videos versus how they dress in real life, a lot of them don't dress every day how they dress on music videos. Okay, it's the same like models and athletes and any other career that puts a specific person in the spotlight. What they do when they're in the spotlight and what they do in their private lives is not the same. So if you are going to model your whole dress code after what people put on for entertainment purposes only, then the results that you're going to get are going to be very different from probably what you expect to get. So what do I mean by music video dress code? So if you are dressing in a super provocative way, the first thing is if any of your underwear is showing, that is a big no-no, okay? If it's okay, sometimes it happens that a bra strap will show here and there. That's kind of forgivable if it's not intentional, right? That is not really like the music video trend that I'm talking about. That's probably just you needing to neaten up your look a little bit. But if you have your whole bra showing, if you have any part of your bottom underwear showing, ladies, sorry, that's just my bunny upstairs. Ladies, please, please, please do not dress like this in public under any circumstances. Of course, if you're going to a themed party or you're going to the club, okay, if that's your vibe, sure. But if you're going on a date, if you're meeting an affluent man somewhere where people are sitting down and eating, if you walk around and people can see what kind of underwear you are wearing, you have gone in the totally wrong direction. Okay. We should not be able to see what color your underwear is, whether it's this style or shape or the other. We should not know what is going on under your clothes. Okay. If you are dressing like that and you're thinking you're doing that to attract or, turn this person on or whatever, you may achieve that in the short term, but long term, what you actually do is you put yourself in the category of fun girl, which means the only thing he's going to be thinking about around you is you can finish that sentence, okay? And that's not really what you want with an affluent man. Why? Because with an affluent, generous man, you have the opportunity to really take yourself, your image, your life, your business, your creativity, whatever it is that you're into, you really have an opportunity to elevate yourself if you are smart. Now, if you're just packaging yourself as a fun time, nighttime girl, then it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to get the most out of that situation. Um, a lot of ladies think that if he can fall under my spell. If he sees my body, he'll want to do whatever it is that I tell him, and that may be true for that day or for that evening or for that night, but he will not see you as more than that. And if you are looking to have a better lifestyle and a better dating experience, you do not want to switch on the tonight switch in his brain. You want to have him thinking about, oh, I wonder what she looks like under her clothes. Okay. The truth is, men will think about you in a certain way because they're kind of wired to think about you that way, right? It does not mean they can never think about you in any other way, but that is probably the most primal way that they're going to think about you. That is already a given. There are ways that you can accentuate your femininity or your feminine appeal in terms of your body, in terms of your image, in terms of your look, without looking trashy. And when you are dressed like a music video girl outside of the club and outside of a music video, you look trashy. Okay. And not only does he categorize you and put you in one box, but everybody else that is looking at him kind of brands him with that same, kind of paints him with that same brush, right? So think about it this way. If you see a gentleman walking into a nice restaurant with a lady who is dressed in a very elegant, classic, sophisticated way, even if she does look sexy, but she's wearing clothes that fit her body really well. You can't see what's going on with her undergarment. Everything is covered, but maybe she's accentuating her figure, or the outfit really shows off her legs without being too short or too showy, or whatever the case might be. And we'll get into that in a minute. Versus a guy who walks in and the girl has her boobs hanging out and her, everything else showing. And you can see her underwear and you can see, parts of her body that, outside of the beach, you shouldn't really be able to see. The way that you judge that guy these two guys is going to be very different. So the way that you judge the guy who walks in with the video vixen versus the guy that walks in with a classy lady, you're going to think very differently about them. And men are very aware of this, okay? Affluent men are very aware of this. Their reputation is so important. It is more important than whatever pleasure that they might be getting in that one instance or in those couple of instances with you. Okay. So, what you want to bear in mind, ladies, is that when you start dating up, you actually start becoming a representation of this man. What do I mean by that? Exactly the example that I've just laid out for you. If you walk in with a man and you are dressed classy and you look really good and you look sexy, but you look classy, that puts a lot of emphasis on how respectable this man is. Okay. Other men, other women, other people in the building, in the restaurant, in the vicinity, they will have a certain image about this man. And if they step to him, there's a very specific way that they're going to step to him. Even wait staff, service staff is going to treat him with a little bit extra respect, right? Because of how you look. It becomes an extension of his character. I know a lot of ladies don't like this chat because a lot of ladies, oh, I'm my own person. Yes, you are. And you are a brand, whether you have a business or not. You are a brand. And the kind of brand that he walks around with also speaks to who he is. So think about it this way: a guy that is very low class will not be able to walk around with a very high class woman because they're not going to have anything to relate on. Okay. A guy that is very high class is not going to walk around with a woman that is very low class. Same reason, they're not going to have a lot of stuff that connects them. Okay. When you walk around with somebody and you look like a video vixen in the middle of the day, people assume that he's low class because if he was high class, he would not be walking around with somebody who looks like that. Okay. If you are dressed really well, even if you're dressed a little bit more formal than casual, people will tend to look at the man that you're with extra respect because if you handle yourself and treat yourself like that, the assumption is that you will only entertain people of a certain caliber. So I hope you can see where I'm trying to go with this. It's not about how trendy your outfit is, okay? In a certain setting, it might be, but in most settings, if it's trendy and music video like, it's not going to be a respectable look, okay? And you really don't want that to be your brand. You want your brand to be classy as a lady because that's the way that you get the best treatment. So you have to see the bigger picture of, yes, he finds me attractive, but in the grander scheme of things, am I getting the best possible treatment from this man when I show up like this? And if you want the best possible treatment, you have to be conscious of what is going to give that to you. Okay, so let's just touch very briefly on what a classy lady looks like. Now, you don't have to have a long skirt and be super covered up and all of that kind of stuff, but you have to be aware of a few key things. Okay, if you're going to wear something that is form fitting, make sure that one, the material is good. Two, if you need to wear any body shaping stuff underneath, please do that. If you need to wear seamless underwear and stuff like that under that, please do that, right? Because form fitting with a whole bunch of other stuff going on underneath, looks just as bad as you bearing it all. Okay. So, and then if you're going to show any part of your body, make sure that you are showing one part, right? So if you're going to wear something that's going to accentuate your cleavage, make sure that you have your legs and everything else fairly covered up. If you're going to accentuate your legs and wear something fairly short, make sure that your cleavage and your back and all of that is fairly covered up. It may look good. It may look good for Instagram. It may look good for a music video. It may have looked good on Rihanna, okay? But if you are walking around in public and you have your cleavage out and you have a really short skirt on and your back is out and your tummy is out and it's a crop top and it's just too much. I don't care how fit you are, unless you're on the beach, it's too much. You want to be classy. So if you're gonna wear a skirt with a long slit that comes all the way up to like the middle of your thigh or something like that, make sure that the rest of you is fairly covered up. You can still have a bit of a silhouette, that's fine, but don't have everything showing. Okay. So just be mindful of that. I will make some posts to give you inspiration. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. I post every day on TikTok. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel as well so that when I upload this kind of content, you are the first to know about it and you don't miss it. But do some research as well, ladies. Research your body type. Even if your body is, really nice, you are fit and all of that kind of stuff, but just look for stuff that looks classy. If you're looking for outfit inspiration for whatever occasion, make sure that when you get online, when you get on Pinterest, you use the word classy because you can have really nice looking outfits that look trashy and they will not serve you. Now, will affluent men approach you or interact with you if you are looking trashy? Some of them will. Some of them will, okay? Not all of them will, but some of them will, because some of them are aware of what it is that they can get and how quickly they can get it from you. But some of them would not want to be associated with you because maybe their reputation means so much more to them than what they could get from you. Okay, so just be aware of that. Don't think, oh, well, I still get approached. Yeah, but for what purpose? Okay, so for me, for example, I dress pretty um, uh, sexy, but very classy. Okay, I really like to leave a lot to the imagination, and I get approached. I mean, I get approached as much as the woman who is bearing it all out there, granted, but I know that the quality of men that approach me, I am more likely to get the best out of them versus that other lady over there that has to fight men off because they only want one thing at this point in time. Why? Because her skirt is this short, or her pants are so low that you can see stuff, or her top is so, like, no, ladies, don't do it. It does not look good. And it actually makes you look like you have low self-esteem. It makes you look like you have nothing else to offer but your body. When you are dressed up and dressed in a sensual but classy way, it makes people think you have so much more to offer. And then they are curious about your character and who you are. And you have so much more leverage as a woman because when someone approaches you, you can act coy, you can act strict, you can act uninterested, you can do all of these techniques, okay? And men will be eating out of the palm of your hands. But if you dress really provocatively, you already look desperate for attention. And that is the last thing that you want. And a lot of affluent men don't want, if he really cares about you, most men actually, they really don't want their woman to be branded or seen in a certain way. They don't want everybody, drooling over their woman. They want people to acknowledge that she's beautiful, she's attractive, she's, you know, um, yeah, but they don't want somebody who, as soon as she stands up and walks, you know, everybody and their employee thinks that they can stand a chance. Okay. So you have to really be mindful. I know that when you're dating like really average kind of guys, they may get really excited when you dress in a certain way, which is fine, but they don't have reputations to protect. They're not trying to climb any social ladders, so they don't really care about how they are seen. And if they're not really in love with you, then they don't really care about how you're seen either. Okay. So just bear that in mind, ladies. Put yourself in the category of classy, put yourself in the category of feminine. Take yourself out of the video vixen world. Take yourself out of the super provocative world. A lot of women think being sexy means being provocative. You can be sexy and totally dressed up and turn heads and get your way and still, maintain your femininity. You do not have to lower yourself to all of that. Okay. So if you want to accentuate your figure and you're wearing something that's totally covering your whole body, use belts, wear high-waisted stuff, wear stuff that fits your body properly, wear things that are interesting to look at, interesting in terms of like tactile, silks and satins, things like that. If I can just give you a quick preview of my outfit, this is my work outfit for today. This is just a black skirt, you guys can see. And, it's not provocative in any way, but it does what it needs to do. It gets the attention. And obviously, this animal print over here is also very like feminine and it gets a lot of attention as well, and it's quite interesting, and that creates the alluring kind of look instead of me trying to wear something that's going to show everything. Okay. So you can be, I don't want to really say conservative because I don't think, obviously this is my work outfit, so conservative, yes, but on a date I wouldn't really go conservative myself. That's not really my personality. I will go alluring, seductive, but I'm not gonna go provocative. I'm not gonna go video vixen. I'm not gonna go showing everything is out there. No, I'm leaving more to the imagination because I know that men tend to chase what they feel they don't have. If you're offering it to him on a silver platter, he has no reason to chase. It's a done deal. He's on to the next, literally. Okay. So, ladies, please, 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 when you are getting your outfit inspirations, make sure that you are focused on the classy outfits and imitating that, and leave the video vixen outfits to the video vixens. And if you are a video vixen, make sure you're leaving those outfits to your music videos, not your dates. If you go into the club, sure. But if you're going to a nice place with an affluent man who has the potential to actually do a lot more for you than just buy you a couple of drinks, then make sure that you are playing the game properly, dress really nicely, dress really classy. If he bumps into his employee, if he bumps into his colleagues, if he bumps into a client, which happens, he, don't don't put him in a position to feel embarrassed. Okay, and don't put yourself in a position to embarrass yourself either, because you never know. I mean, this might be somebody that you're going on a couple of dates with, but they might introduce you to somebody who might be the one who changes your life, whether it's for business purposes or for work purposes or romantic purposes or whatever, girl. Okay, don't limit yourself because you are trying to look like Rihanna or Nicki Minaj or whatever. Okay, just be mindful of that. All right, so that's the video that I wanted to share with you ladies today. Give me a thumbs up if this does add value to you. Put down in the comments any of your thoughts. What do you think when you see a video vixen or a lady that is dressed like a video vixen? What comes to mind? Gentlemen, if you are watching this video, please be honest and put in the chat down below what comes to mind when you see a girl that's dressed super provocatively. And of course, make sure you check out the Rich Romance course bundles. I do go into detail about how to choose your outfits over there as well. So make sure you check that out when you are planning your outfits. And I will see you, beautiful ladies, in the course bundles and in the next video. All right, bye.